Hey guys, welcome to the Diaries YouTube channel. My name is Suchita and I'm a recent MBBS graduate from Jaipur. In my last video, where I was unboxing PrepLadder's first batch of notes, a couple of you had asked me if I prefer PrepLadder over Marrow and why I do so, and if I can talk about that. So I decided to make this video where I just clear up any questions that you had regarding this. I want to preface this by saying that this video is definitely not a comparison between PrepLadder and Marrow, because I haven't subscribed to Marrow, I haven't watched the videos, so I can't make that kind of comparison. But I can take you through the steps that I took before deciding on choosing PrepLadder as my main resource during this drop year to prepare for NEET 2020, PG NEET 2020. So yeah, let's get into the video. So the first thing that I did was research all of the online platforms that offered PG coaching, and I did that mostly through their websites and YouTube videos, and talking to my friends who'd actually subscribed to these platforms last year. So what I found through YouTube and through my friends was that the Marrow content was very vast. It definitely contained a lot of material, a lot more material than PrepLadder did. And I knew that I'm not the type of person who would be able to watch a ton of videos every single day and still be able to keep my stamina and consistency throughout the whole year. So that's one big reason I chose PrepLadder, because I felt like the videos were better suited to my type of study personality. And a lot of the videos that I saw brought this comparison between the fact that PrepLadder videos, they felt were better suited, whereas the question bank and test series of Marrow is better because more students subscribe to that. So you'll have a more accurate understanding of your ranking with the grant test series of Marrow than through the ones that PrepLadder offers. So that's why I decided to take the entire package for PrepLadder, so I can go through that and later on practicing through Marrow's question banks and test series when and if I need to. So that's how I decided to come up with my plan. Also, one more thing that I've done this year, which isn't really related to online platforms, is that I signed up for the DAMS test and discussion series, which happen once a week. And I chose to do that because I needed something to keep me motivated throughout this whole year. So being able to go to one face-to-face class per week is really ideal for me, because I find that it helps me keep on track with my subjects. I can finish them in time, have time to study enough before the test and add to existing knowledge through the test and discussion, where they go into more details of the subject, which PrepLadder definitely doesn't get into. So the next thing that I did was I assessed the type of student I am, and I've already touched on this before, but basically I'm the type of student who can't sustain very long hours for a very long duration of time. I need to have breaks in between, or I prefer having a 6 to 8 hour course load every day rather than having 12 hours crammed into a week and then a break for a day. Like that's just not the type of studying that I can accomplish, which hasn't ever worked for me in the past. So instead of trying something new for preparing for the NEET PG, I decided to stick with what I know works for me, and that's a select amount of studying consistently every single day. And I felt PrepLadder was suited better for that type of studying that I'm good at. And that's just something you're going to have to decide for yourself. You're going to have to assess and see how you studied in the past. If you're somebody who crams a lot and has right before your exams, you start studying like crazy, 16 hours per day kind of work. Or if you're someone who actually prefers preparing in increments throughout the whole year, depending on the type of person you are, you can choose PrepLadder or Marrow, I think, because Marrow's syllabus has a lot, the videos have a lot more information in them, whereas PrepLadder's videos are a bit more basic from what I understood. and so any gaps in my understanding I will fill using the MCQ practice, which I was going to do anyway. You have to practice MCQs for these exams in any case, so I decided to minimize the amount of time that I'd be studying on video lectures by filling in the gaps using the MCQs. And I think that also helps me keep motivated, because I keep doing different things. It's not like I study videos or watch videos the whole time. I do the question banks in between, and the DAMS TND helps in between also for that. Another thing that I think people need to realize is that no matter what source you take, at the end of the day, you have to be consistent with it. And being consistent is difficult. So try to find things that keep you motivated throughout the whole year. It's a very long time. You might be studying really hard, going at it for a couple of months, and then slack off in the middle. Ghar pe kisi ki shaadi ho gayi or something happens, and then you kind of like lose momentum. So it's important to keep coming back to whatever you choose. And I think a lot of people just make decisions kind of arbitrarily, like I did. One of my friends chose Marrow because he was getting a better discount on it. So it really doesn't matter what you choose at the end of the day. What's important is that you study and you do well on the exam so you can get a PG seat of your choice. So just to synthesize and conclude everything, the first thing you need to do is do your research. Watch YouTube videos, talk to your friends, find out all you can about the different sources out there, resources out there, so you can make the best decision for you. I'm actually going to link a couple of the videos that I watched during my research period, and I hope you find them helpful as well. Second of all, make some critical assessments on what type of a learner you are, what you think is going to keep you motivated. If you're someone who gets demotivated very easily, I think it's better to have face-to-face classes or something that actually keeps you in check. It's very easy to just not watch a video. It's very easy to just not stick to your TND schedule that you've made in PrepLadder. So in those cases, you could do something like what I did, was a face-to-face TND class with online lectures. And another thing that you need to do is make sure that no matter what resource you pick, once you have, just stick to it. Don't try to switch from one to another. Get through it. Make sure that you finish it on time so you can get at least 3 revisions in before the exam. It really doesn't matter how well you studied first, the first time you study or the first time you revise. What matters is how much you can revise before the exam, because the more repetitions you get of any subject, the more likely you're able to recall it during the exam. So make sure you do that. Make sure you make a wise and informed decision based on the type of student you are. So guys, that's it from me. And if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. If you have any other topics you'd like me to discuss, also let me know. You can follow me on Instagram at Diaries. I'll leave a link below. You can also email me if you have any longer queries. My email is also in the description box. If you were interested in watching my previous video, where I unboxed PrepLadder's first batch of notes, I'll leave a card somewhere up here. And yeah, until next time, bye!